Hello and welcome. My name is Linda and this is your yoga class. So today we're going to do a class where we can experience a sense of opening, a gentle opening in the body in order to create this experience of relaxation and ease throughout the body as well as the psyche in an attempt to see if you can find this beautiful state of rest, in part in preparation for going to sleep, or just to relax yourself during a day that might feel like it's getting out of hand for you. So we're going to start in the standing position, and the first thing we're going to do is just gently bounce into our joints. So arms are relaxed, elbows soft, wrists soft, fingers floppy. The jaws are relaxed. You can create a little smile just to let the face know to soften. And we just have this light bounce into the hips, the knees, the ankles. And this is just a beautiful way to sort of tease the body into gently releasing its hold on you. And so, if you've never done this, maybe the last time you did this sort of thing was when you were a kid. It might feel a little odd, but it really is just a lovely way to shake off some tension and allow the body to start to relax. And then coming into stillness. We're going to create a little bit of breath work here. Of course, breath work, so important for bringing you back into a place of groundedness, centeredness, and a place of calm so that the central nervous system can settle. So we're going to inhale, arms up to about here, and then exhale, arms down, palms coming into the center. Inhale up, and exhale down. Each time trying to make the exhalation just a little bit longer. Inhale up and exhale down. Take the arms up a little bit higher this time. Inhale up and exhale down. And then inhale up and exhale down. And next piece is what we call circle breath. So inhale, palms up, coming around. Exhale, palms face the floor. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And this last little piece of breath work is a lovely piece to bring a sense of groundedness and centeredness. Particularly nice if you're feeling, that you're experiencing monkey mind. You just have so many thoughts and you're making lists and you're problem solving. And you need to bring yourself back into a place of rest. This is a nice breath pattern for that. So right hand just below the belly button. Excuse me, palm facing up. And inhale, left arm up. And then exhale, left arm slicing down the middle of the body. Change hands, inhale, right arm up. And exhale, coming down the middle of the body. Inhale up. And then exhale just a little bit longer than the inhale. And inhale up. And exhale, come down. And then just take a minute to notice how that feels in your body. Just that little bit of bouncing and breath work. Whenever you notice a difference in the body from experience from one point to another, this is a lovely way to allow the brain to make connection with the body, because the brain learns in contrast. So it's nice when you notice and take a moment to let the brain catch up to you. So now we're going to open up or sort of uncurl the lower back. So the lower back has the biggest opportunity for movement. And so sometimes this gets very tight. And this just swinging back and forward is a great way to unwind. So feet just a little bit wider than the hips. We're going to keep our feet planted, and then we're just going to swing from side to side. And jaws are relaxed. When the jaws are clenched, the body is a little bit more challenging for it to release, because it feels like, there's a reason for the clenching. Maybe I need to protect. And we don't want it to do that. We want it to open to create that sense of ease. And then just become aware of how this feels in your lower back. This is one that I really, really like. And you may find through the class that there are some movements, some poses that don't work well for you. And this is perfectly normal. And all you have to do is listen to that and adjust as you need to. And sometimes it means you just stop what you're doing. And if that becomes your experience, you can just imagine you're doing the movement. The brain is amazingly powerful, and you can create changes in the body just by thinking about them. And slowly bringing that down. And then we're going to open up the bottom of the feet. So fascia throughout the body, with anatomy trains of soft tissue coming in many different patterns throughout the body, can get tight, and bottom of the feet is one contact point for all of this soft tissue. So when you open up the bottom of the feet, you in effect start to help the rest of the body to open. So we're going to bring awareness into our feet, nice comfortable stance, and curl the toes up. And then see if you can span them or fan them out. And then draw them down into the mat, curl them, and release. Curl the toes up, spread them wide, draw them down, and hug them into the floor. And release. One more time. Curl the toes up, spread them wide, draw them down, hug into the floor, and then release. And then just a nice little coming up into the toes as you lift the heels off the floor, just 2 inches or so, just creating this little bit of expansion in the bottom of the feet. And then we're going to balance into the right foot. And just know whenever you balance, if you prefer to come to the wall and just have a nice handhold, makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, then do that. Your practice, nobody else's. Do what you need to do to keep yourself safe. So I'm going to balance into the right foot, little micro bend in the right knee. And because it's a balance, I'm going to look on the floor a little out in front of me. This is a nice way to help you keep focus. So then I'm going to bring the left leg out and nice little ankle circles. If you do a lot of running or you do a lot of jumping, you might find that you get blocked ankle joints. And so doing little ankle turns both ways is a nice effective way to maybe release that jamming that can happen. And then we're going to point the toes, flex the feet. Point the toes, flex the feet. Point and flex. When you flex, also think about spanning the toes or fanning them out wide. So point, flex, and spread the toes. Point, flex, and spread the toes. Let's get a little shake out. And then same thing on the other side. So balancing into the left leg, micro bend in the left knee, right leg comes up, and some little ankle circles. Yeah. And then point and flex and spread the toes. Point, flex, spread, point, flex, and spread. And maybe a little shake out. And then here's another nice little piece. You can take the heels together one way, and then the toes, and then the heels, and then the toes. Just create this nice little swivel, and back again. Another nice way to hydrate the fascia in the bottom of the feet. When the fascia is hydrated, it slides and glides and creates a little bit more opportunity for movement and range of motion. There we go. So the next piece is a piece that's designed to create a little bit more hydration for the fascia throughout the body. And this one is a little bit interesting. It's one that I haven't seen a lot of, but I think is really effective. And it has multiple parts. So we're going to start by taking the left leg, crossing over the right foot, and finding yourself in a stable place here. And then arms come up, and then right arm crosses over left, and you gently wrap around the back, so you're giving yourself a little hug. And then we're going to draw the trunk over to the right, turn your head to the left, and then with your lips closed, bring your tongue to push out one cheek. And then hold for 3 breaths as you breathe in and out through the nose. Here we go. And then you slowly unwind and uncross your legs. So why do we do that with the tongue? Well, that's because the fascia, this webbing throughout the body, is also connected to the tongue. And if you can add that into the fascial opening, why not? So now we're going to take right leg, cross over left, nice and stable. Arms come up. And then left arm crosses over right. And give yourself that nice hug again. This time, torso is going to twist to the left, head turns to the right, lips closed, tongue presses out one cheek, 3 cycles of breath through the nose. And then just allow yourself to unwind from that. So then a nice comfortable stance, we're going to bring the fingertips up to the temples. As we inhale, we're just going to open the arms wide, lift the heart slightly up. As we exhale, we're going to round through the upper back, elbow points draw together. So it's an inhale to create expansion, exhale to draw in and down. Inhale to open the chest, exhale, draw in and down. And one more, inhale for expansion, and exhale, draw in and down. So all of these pieces that we're doing today designed to open up the shoulder girdle, open up the pelvic girdle, unwind the spine, allow some slide and glide in the fascia, calm the central nervous system. So rest becomes easier and sleep, hopefully it's a piece of cake. So this time we're going to bend a little deeper into the knees and bring fingertips to temples again. And this time we're going to draw left elbow up, right elbow comes down, and then gazing through center, inhale, right elbow up, and gaze through center. It's the inhale as the elbow comes up, exhale as you come back to center, inhale, up, exhale, and release. Inhale, arms up, and down. So now we're going to do something that's called a rhythmic movement. And one of the things that helps the central nervous system come into a place of calm is when you create a nice rhythmic movement. So there's as much movement one way as there is the other. There's an ease in the body, and this is a very predictable movement, and the central nervous system likes that, and it comes back into a place of rest and calm. So what we're going to do is we're simply going to bring both arms up one way and pivot on that back foot so the hip comes with you, and then swing the arms the other. And just find your own little flow with this. So we're not trying to reach to the heavens. We're not trying to expand out of the joints. We're just trying to make it easy and maybe a little fun, kind of floaty, as we entice the body to open. And if you notice that your jaws get tight because you're thinking, you're really trying to do everything well, then just create a little smile on the edges of your mouth and let the jaws release. And let go of that. And when the jaws release, the rest of the body has a better chance to create the opening that you're striving for. So we're going to start here now with a standing cat and cow. Cat and cow is a really beautiful movement to create some opening through the vertebrae of the spine. We're going to do this in a standing position. So feet are about hip width apart, nice bend in the knees, hands on the thighs resting here. As you inhale, you curl your gaze forward, let your belly go soft and spread your hips wide. This is your cow. And then as you exhale, round the back, chin tucks toward chest. Inhale, spread the hips wide, gazes forward. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin in toward chest. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Inhale and exhale. And then coming out of that, inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. So opening up the neck. A lot of people create or hold their tension rather in their neck and in their shoulders. So this is a nice little piece to see if you can create some ease in that part of the body. So palms come together, elbows flare out. We're going to draw the arms parallel to the floor over to the left as we turn our head to the right. Arms back through center, gaze goes left. And arms left, head right. And just finding a range of motion that you like, finding a pace that you like. You don't have to do it at the same speed as me. You're just really staying connected to what you're experiencing and moving in a way that your body is up for today. And then one more each side. And then relax. Arms down. Now we're just going to take our chin slightly up and down. And as we do this, let your mouth be open so you're completely released through the jaw. Range of motion that you like. And one more here. Yeah. This time, take your head down, chin toward chest, mouth open, and just hang for a second or two. Just let the weight of the head create a little bit more length through the cervical spine and maybe help to release some tension through the traps and the shoulders and shoulder blades. And then come up. Nice. So, creating a little bit of sense of, or improving our sense of proprioception. So proprioception is our sense of self in space. And as we age, we can lose that ability to really understand where you are in space. Also, there's a nice little movement involved in this that is rhythmic as well and can bring a sense of calm into your experience. So we're going to balance into the right foot, a little micro bend in the right knee, and left leg comes over. That big left toe stays connected to the floor. And we're going to do a big sweep around, behind, and come back. This time switching legs. Right leg comes forward, toe connects to the ground, and big sweep around and draw it back along the floor. This time drawing left foot back, around, forward, and in. And then right foot back, around, forward, and in. And it's just amplifying this balance a little bit because, of course, every time we balance, we build a neural pathway. And when you get really good at balancing, it's a beautiful way to bring the body into a sense of groundedness. So here we go. So I'm going to do the left leg out, sweep it around, and then bring the knee up, flex the foot, hands to heart, and down. This time, right leg. So right leg out, sweep it around, have it come up, flex the right foot, knee comes up, and down. Behind, sweep the leg back, around to the front, leg comes up. And then other way, sweep the leg back, keep the contact with the toe on the ground, bring the leg up, flex, and hands to heart. So this time, amping up just a little bit more. When we bring the leg up, we're going to bring the arms up. Here we go. Left leg out, sweep it around. Knee comes up, flex the foot. Arms come up into stand in and release. Right leg out in front, sweep it around. Leg comes up, flex the foot. Arms come up. And then behind. Sweep behind, come around to the front. And arms up. Release. Right leg back, come around and up to stand in. And then just bounce it out. Maybe you created a little bit of tension with that, so just let it go. Don't keep it with you all the way through. Okay, so another rhythmic movement. And also opening up the hips a little bit more and the knees. We're going to take the feet wider than the hips, the toes angle out. When we bend into the knees are going to track over the toes. So it's a nice alignment of joints, a little safer than if the knees are way out in front of the feet or askew from the toes. So here we go. We're going to inhale, arms up, and overhead fingertips touch. As we exhale, palms draw down and we bend into the knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into your French press. Remembering that exhale just a little bit longer than the inhale. Come as deep into the knees as you're comfortable. And then just allow yourself to find this rhythmic quality or meditative flow, which can help to bring that sense of calm into your experience. And one more. And come up, and then heel toe, the feet in. Okay, a little bit more for the shoulders. We're going to take the shoulders up and back. Up and back. So like you're dragging the arm. The arm's not lifting the shoulder. The shoulders are lifting the arms. And so when the shoulders come back, you're creating this open-hearted expression. The ribs have some expansion, creating space in the front of the body. And sort of combating the natural rounding that we get in a forward fold type position when we drive, sit at our desks, sit in couches. So shoulders up and back is a nice way to come back to a beautiful, open, tall stance. There. And then arms beside you, thumbs kind of hanging out a little bit. And we're going to draw the thumbs all the way behind us, all the way forward, and tucking them in and behind. So creating this nice 360-degree movement through the hands and allowing that to radiate up the arms into the shoulders. Again, shoulders are relaxed. Just the hands creating this movement. And then we can bring the arms up to about here. So just changing the vector of movement in the shoulders a little bit. And then maybe up into airplane. And then we're going to scissor the arms in front, alternating one arm on top and then the other. And then one way palms up, other way palms down. So creating as much movement in the shoulders as you can, because we want those shoulders to be nice and open and relaxed when we come to rest at the end of the day. Or even in the middle of the day, when you're feeling very tense for whatever reason, and you want to release that tension in the shoulders and the neck. And then come back. So another nice way to open up this upper body, starting with the shoulders. Bring the right foot forward, left leg is back, so you have a nice, comfortable stance. I'm going to sweep left arm forward, palm up, sweep the arm through the sky, then the arm comes behind us, palm down. Reach forward, palm up, sweep through the sky, reaching back, palm down. And one more time, forward, palm up, back, palm down. And then going backwards, so palm, arm to the back, palm up, reach forward, palm down. Arm back, palm up, through the sky, arm forward, palm down. And one more time here. Just allowing this most beautiful movement in the shoulder. And as always, noticing how a movement feels in your body. and then learning from that. So this time, left foot forward, right back, nice, comfortable, stable stance. Right arm comes forward, palm up, sweep it through the sky, arm behind, palm down. Reach forward, palm up, reach back, palm down. One more time, and down. And then sweep the arm behind, palm up this time, arm forward, palm down. And just I'm enjoying that movement in the shoulder. And one more time, forward, and relax. Maybe even just a little shake out again. Sometimes even your body just tells you, it just says, hey, you know what, we could just do a little bounce out right now, and so do that. Whatever it is. So nice little spinal twist here. Feet, nice comfortable stance. Arms come out in front, palms face one another. And we're going to imagine we're holding a beach ball. So we have a nice open-hearted expression here, creating a little expansion in the upper body, space for release, and then relax. We're going to inhale here. And then exhale, twist the trunk to the left. Left arm draws down, right arm reaches up. Then come back, arms parallel to the floor, your beach ball. Sweep forward, hold here. Inhale to prepare. And exhale as you twist to the right. And then right arm down, left arm up. And then come back, beach ball, and come forward. Lift the arms up, and then palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. And then a little moment of mindfulness. So I do try and pepper a class with this opportunity just to become still, either with the eyes closed or a soft gaze, and just notice what's happening within the body, having a sense of self within, which is interoception. And this is a great way to help the brain connect to body parts, to muscle groups, because sometimes that connection gets interrupted. So here we are, you're comfortable, mountain pose, and either eyes closed or soft gaze, jaws are relaxed, and then just notice whatever catches your attention as you stand here in stillness for just a couple of seconds. You're going to take the feet a little wider than the hips again, toes angling out. We're going to come into a nice rhythmic sunflower. So we're going to bend into the knees. They track over the toes. And so we inhale, arms up. And exhale, bend into the knees. Sweep the arms back up. And exhale, come down. So when we inhale, we create expansion in the body. When we exhale, we contract back in. Hydrating fascia, and just working in a gentle way the hips and the knees and the shoulders. And then one more. And then keep the legs long, arms come down. Then we're going to stand here as an inhale to begin. As you exhale, bend into the knees, arms come up, and left arm crosses over toward the right leg. And back here. And then right arm crosses over toward the left leg. And just find a range of motion that you like. You can come down to the ground, you can keep it up high, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Finding your place. And then one more each side. And bring the arms down. Then sumo squats, same thing with the legs, only this time arms are going to come up overhead. So we inhale here, exhale, bend into the knees, arms come up overhead, and then back, creating that nice rhythmic movement, going at a pace that you like, creating a sense of ease and calm within the body. So, we're going to stand flat foot, and we're going to inhale the arms up, As we exhale, come up onto the toes, sweep the arms back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale and exhale. And then just walk that out. Maybe walk a little forward and back. Remember, whenever we walk backwards, the brain has to think a little bit differently because the brain likes the body to go in the direction that the eyes are facing. So when the body's going in the opposite direction, the brain's got to work a little bit harder to create a little neural pathway, maybe get a little smarter. Okay, so big breath. So here's another nice way to create a sense of calm and groundedness when you're feeling anxiety, frustration, tension. This big breath work or breath pattern is a nice way to release that negative energy. So here's how we do that. We inhale through the nose as we bring the arms up. And a big exhale through the mouth, arms down. So it's quite explosive. Looks and sounds like this. So let's do 5 of these, or as many as you like. Maybe it's 4, 3, 2, whatever you like. Here we go. This is my last one. Woo. And then bring the arms up and hands to heart. And then just take a moment to notice that, just that releasing of that energy through that expansive breath pattern for 4 or 5 times. Yeah, nice. Then we're going to come down onto the ground. We're going to come into our butterfly. Let's see if we can tease a little bit more opening in the hips. We're going to bring the bottom of the feet together and just flap out the knees. So just lifting the knees up and down. And then just notice if you feel like the hips are resisting this. If so, just keep it nice and gentle. Maybe not as many, but just really allowing the hips to know that it's safe. They don't need to protect us right now. We're going to that place of rest and relaxation to recoup our energy. And there we go. Nice. And we're going to come right onto the back body. We're going to bring the knees into the chest. And just a gentle hugging in. Back of the head roots into the floor. And then just gently draw from side to side. So rolling over the back of the pelvis. And allowing this to be more meditative. So let it happen however it happens. Not trying to go too deep. Not trying to be too perfect, just letting the rolling happen. Feet are relaxed, ankles are loose, and the jaws are released. And then coming into stillness, we're going to float 1 foot down to the floor at a time. Take the feet a little wider than the hips, and arms relaxed wherever you like them, doesn't matter where they are, and we're just going to draw the knees from side to side. Again, teasing some opening and releasing in the hips. We've done a fair bit of shoulder work, hip work, some spinal work, hydrating fascia, rhythmic movement, and then bringing the bottom of the feet together, coming into a nice big butterfly. Notice as you do this if the hips are resisting this. If they are, just direct your next couple of breaths to the hips. And then if you wish, you can bring the arms gently overhead, so allowing this nice opening through the shoulder girdle as well as the pelvic girdle. You want your arms to be fully supported by the floor, so if here it's a challenge for you to do that today, then let the arms open wider. Just finding a place where you can create that opening and breathe. Let the lower back relax. beside you, and extend the legs long. And breathe into the whole front plane of the body. And then I'll invite you to come into a physiological sigh. This is where we take 2 sharp, short inhales through the nose and 1 long exhale through the mouth. Sounds like this. So let's do 3 of those together. And then come back into your normal pattern of breath and let that wave of relaxation wash over you as you allow yourself to begin to float. And then let's float together in silence with our eyes closed, and I will bring you back in about a minute or so. Here we go. And I invite you to take a deep breath in and a big exhale out. And bring gentle movement into the periphery of your body. And gently turn your head from side to side. And then bring 1 foot flat on the floor, and then the other. And then 1 knee into the heart center, and then the other. Lightly hug the knees in and gently rock from side to side. And then as you gently open your eyes, roll over onto whatever side you like. And then very slowly and carefully bring yourself back up to a seated position. And we'll close our practice together. As we inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms out in front. Exhale, arms open. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. As you bow into your own heart and into the love and light within you. It's always a privilege for me to teach, so thank you for that. And the light and love in me honors the light and love in you. Namaste. There we go. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week.